In case you missed
Yeah, I said it. The Unfiltered podcast.
a business so that
Then
can
pornography. But the better porn guys, but like mogana J's. Really psychology, but like Xhosa like why wasn't it na yo
So you think South Africa will be better off if the
gore ba kgaogane motho a tla go letsa a bonyetse.
I really think COVID fucked a lot of people up. COVID, it ruined a lot of people. Yo,
I think in 2020 a lot of people had very high expectations of how the year
dog.
be.
Because the way it starts is like, you know, when you feel like that change,
Yeah,
that
that
energy,
that year had something about it that made you feel like, oh, not this year.
Machana guy.
And apparently there's another strand that's coming. I was talking about it.
Ubuntu. I believe Xhosas have more of Ubuntu.
Oh, bro, but you have dated a Xhosa woman.
More than who?
Do you still think, based on when you were in a record label and when you were not, when you were independent, do you still think you need a record label?
Looking at today's world, for me, I feel like a record label is not that much of a need. What is needed?
So if you had R1 million, if you stole R1 million, where would you hide it?
I'm not hiding. I'm spent.
Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Yeah, I Said It with myself, Cardiac Music, and my co-host.
Pinky. Hona Ramecha.
Ramecha,
Ile nyalo di teng. Ke mo tshaba.
Yeah, welcome to our baby. This show is our baby, ne? Yeah. Yeah, I said it. But we're not alone today. We've got some special guests. I think they will introduce themselves as to what is it they do and who they are. Let's start with you, sir.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Yo, my name is Luke9767. This is
Wait,
Royal
my
Care.
mom rapper.
I wanted to say something, but I don't want to be like, oh, Pinky.
Yo, what's up, man?
Ngarabakile ke stroke.
You don't need to be all hyper.
Yo, as I said, my name is Luke9767. Reason why you're here looking this way.
In comments in your
And I do music.
It's giving
You
avocado.
do music. And then you?
Yeah, uTolo Mchenge, umabhanekazi, umvakashi. Igama ngu-Indiana RSA, man. Born and bred from the Eastern Cape, Mount Fletcher. Yeah, and I'm an Afro-pop and Afrobeat musician.
Ako na taxi ko Mount Fletcher. Weda.
Ngapha kaseMatatiyeni.
Khala ke travel yo.
Matatiyeni.
Have you been to Mount Fletcher?
Yeah.
Ufunani Mount Fletcher?
Nika matetiye.
So what did it take so
Hayi ufika ngepha uphinki uzenzela phansi no.
I was wondering how they travel. Maybe they invented Bolt.
But yeah, man, yeah, it's one of those towns, from Eastern Cape. One-way street town. Ungena ngapha uphume ngapha. So igqibile down yakhona. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but that's
True. Hey, amigo. My name is SK Amigo from Eswatini. Representing Swatini, representing Nasport in Mpumalanga. We're out here. I'm a musician. All around creative, man. Yeah. Yes,
what
sir.
does it mean to be all-round creative? Like, what else do you do?
I press buttons, I operate.
So you do most of the production.
We do videography, we do graphic design, we do quite a lot that's just related to the entertainment space.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So as we are, we're representing a Platini. A Platini is it's a recording studio more than anything, Sibiza a platinum. So what we do there, I think the other day we came here for a shoot and we had chilled. It was chilled interview, and that day I was the manager. So we wear different hats on a different day. So sometimes he's the videographer, most of the time, because he's really good with the eye. You can see the passion. Yeah, sometimes I can be the videographer, he can be the videographer. So
that's interesting. It's
The
actually
creative
it's very dope. You push your music further if you actually work together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
As opposed to just being alone and you're trying to put your ring light there and then you find out, oh, you just rap the whole verse and it's not even recorded. You know what I mean? So that's beautiful to see.
True.
So guys, as artists, what challenges do you guys face in this space?
Yeah.
Vicky, you're not here.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Sorry. I'm back.
Thinking?
It's your beast.
Hey, thinking? Okay.
Yeah, you're
Nah,
saying.
I think for me, I would say like when it comes to challenges, let me talk about recently because we just released a 7-track project. It's an Afrobeat project, yeah. So mainly on my side of things as an Afropop musician is that Afropop most there's ways of time, and most of the time kinda slow, so akuyondo umuntu angavele ayigcumele, so they kind of need a financial muscle. So you need funding in terms of to push your marketing. You need to.
I think with all music these days, except for piano, I think piano is the only one that's actually getting.
Except for piano.
Yeah, piano just go on TikTok and like,
Check.
and then it's a
Come up
song.
with a nice dance move, then it can easily move.
So
Just
do you think being a rapper nowadays is a sustainable career?
ish. It's hard being a rapper.
Good like a voice.
It's hard being a rapper.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a-
it works because the guys are doing it, man. We have these guys, the Quellas now. They are calling it on the highest,
On the highest level.
the highest level. We have,
Nah, I just want to ask, ne?
yeah.
Why do you guys speak like you've never been to school? Like, what's a quella?
The thing
I'm
is,
like, what is that? Like,
so here's the thing.
But check it this way. Okay,
Let me break it down for you. So basically,
Mm.
us, we are entertainers, right? We taste makers.
bit.
So we also influencers. So what we do, it influences it's not just about the music, it's about the lifestyle, the culture, the way you handle yourselves, the places you hang around, the way you talk,
Hence the
the way you
beret.
drip, the way you zazz. Basically it's just the lifestyle. So we kind of influence it in a way.
And I think being in the entertainment space, it's all about pushing the culture forward. So things ezenzeka ngoku azizufana nendlela ekuzokwenziwa ngayo in the next 5 years, asizuthetha the same, yabo. Even for white people bafika basiteacha i-English. Today we speak English but we don't know English is what, but call it. Maybe tomorrow it can be for the young kids. They speak it every day. They can push it to other boundaries that we didn't even think of.
Calling dictionary, maybe.
Because I mean, hey, in today's world, anything is possible.
So how did you, like we're talking about music
Yeah.
or being a rapper these days, whether it's sustainable or not? How was the conversation with, let's say, your parents or your partners, or like when they say, "Hey, fit money in the table"? How's that conversation? And how do you maneuver around all of that?
Yeah.
We're gonna be real on the show, bro. We're not gonna.
For me, not to be saying too much at the same time, and putting money to leg. Today, you can't just be an artist when we are
Without,
rapper, but you need to have something, some sort of a business, whether you have a 9 to 5, okanye wenzani, because like for myself, I'll speak for myself, there's a logistics company that I work for, yabo. Something totally different from music, yabo, but yinto endifakela imali, I pay my rent and I'm able to go groover and call it with the bros, yabo, and push the music and push the music, because the music needs to be marketed. You need to boost. You need to be in shows. You need to buy tickets when you are not booked. You are not just to go and connect. So whilst you be on network nabantu ungena nebhiya yeround mhlambe yeround yokuqala nje yabo, ufike urelaxe nyana, yabo. So isipani 9 to 5 is important, I would say. You know, it makes things way easier than waiting for the next gig that might come. We don't know when you're gonna get your breakthrough, you know? But the truth is, we have kids that we need to take care of, and they can't eat bars.
That's a whole bar on its own.
So nigga badla bantwana. So as we are here eJozi sizovakacha nje sicengela ekhaya.
So what was the journey from home to here? Like what was your mindset? Okay, I'm going to Joburg. What did you expect as compared to what you found? Because I feel like I've met a lot of people in Joburg, but everybody in Joburg is not really from Joburg. Everybody from Joburg comes from somewhere. And then, and then they come to Joburg and then they expected this certain Johannesburg. And then you find here, hey, we're like ants passing each other in the streets, you know. Everybody has a dream. So what was your guys' thing coming from where the taxis are?
For me, it's crazy because I never even planned on coming to Joburg. Like, it wasn't a thing like most people would say, hey, to go to Joburg, I need to do this, no, Lale Park Station, like they always say in their stories. It was just a matter of.
There's always a struggle in this.
Yeah,
Johnny Park Station.
hey, yeah, so Anglalanga Park Station, I'm not doing that. But yeah, when I came here, it was okay. The first time I came here, it was before COVID. We stayed and then we went back. But coming here officially now, I came initially for a gig. I was booked from Bumalang. I had a gig in Maboneng. So that's where I was supposed to stay for like a week and then go back. So the first night I got here, I just said like, nah, I'm not going back home. So I've been here.
This is where you need to be.
Yeah. So basically for me, what I see about Joburg that's different from where I come from, be it Nelspruit to Swaziland, the fact that I feel like there's more opportunities and more spaces to get into here. You know? Like you can't be sleeping or you can't be slacking because there's so much things that you can do that you couldn't do or afford to do.
So basically, here in Joburg, we're all foreigners.
Yeah, basically.
That's crazy.
For me, I think it was. If it wasn't for the record label, because for me to come here, I got signed.
You got signed?
Yeah.
Oh, kudos to you.
That was back in 2017. I get this deal, what I said, so I come to Joburg. It was nice. The first 3 months, for the first 3 months, and then from there, I was out. I had to now from figure choose uhlale sentini mention everything is
You got like a deal, deal.
Like I didn't know taxis. Like I didn't know taxis for the first 6 months in Joburg. Man, phuma nje endlini khona imoto you know, but it didn't last long, man. Calendar bonus, treatment started changing, you know. Obviously on my side I couldn't deliver izinto that are lesser than I used to deliver when I was independent. So I think that's where the fight started, you know. And ndabona njengalomuntu engathi wazi kakhulu, and then kwaqale kwaliwa-ke, and then from there moved Soweto now.
This is when you're independent.
Yeah, this is when now I'm independent. I had to go and work at the mine. Bengisebenza emgodini phakathi. At AfriSam in Boxburg. Shout out to my landlord, who was then my landlord, one higher rich, one the cash. That's how I started being able to pay rent, support the kids, lapho nalapho, yabo. So from what I had initially pictured and dreamed of,
It's not.
everything was turned upside down, and I had to stand on my own. It was a rough period, and then COVID came, then everything went sideways.
I generally think COVID fucked a lot of people up. COVID, it ruined a lot of people. Yo,
I think in 2020 a lot of people had very high expectations of how the year's
dog.
gonna be.
Yes.
Because the way it starts is like, you know, when you feel like that change,
Yeah,
that energy,
that year had something about it that made you feel like, oh, not this year.
Machana guy.
And apparently there's another strand that's coming. I was talking about it off air. It's actually started in China. It's in Botswana now.
So,
Yeah, there's somebody that I know who caught it in South Africa. So it's another COVID type of vibe. It's flu-like symptoms and all that.
Yeah.
But in South Africa, they haven't been.
They
really
hush it
talking
up.
about-
And
yeah.
then now, the messed up thing about this flu, the minute you get admitted, they're saying that you have lung infection, you die. So we're trying to figure out, like, what is this thing? What is this
They're
virus?
killing us Africans. Like, oh, re na le Boibrahim Tauro.
And that's what I
Re na re ditle, ba no. O Julius Malema.
hey, horrible things are happening.
All things are happening.
Things are happening.
Kubhizi nje ngoku khona abanye benza thina. Khona beza.
Ubuzibuyela Zulu. Cause. Oh, cause.
I'm not a man flex.
Cause.
That's suitlang. Sa?
Okay, I felt like, is it because of the influence of where you are?
Yeah, like I think ngihleli kakhulu naphezulu namavende and mina ndiyaphapha ke ngithanda izinto apho ndifike khona
I genuinely think it's a closer thing. Like, you guys were born to be the Beyonce of the country.
What?
Like,
Yeah, she said
like,
it.
I swear, like, I think it's a thing. And it's
Because of
fine.
the
We
Beyonce.
understand.
Nah, man, I think for us, you know, ukuzama only. We come from where we come from, and there's nothing where we come from. So apho ufike wathi ufike uba khona fana naye wonke omnye umuntu. I also think it's ubuntu. I believe Xhosas have more of ubuntu.
Oh, bro, but you have dated a Xhosa woman.
More than who?
Yo, gully cock. Yo,
Woman will still take good care of you.
yo, but the fights are extra, bro. Like,
Yeah.
have you dated a Xhosa woman?
Me.
Gully cock.
I wouldn't say date, but I've been involved. But yeah,
Or being in an argument with a
Oh,
Xhosa
you're
woman.
like involvement.
our situationship. But I'm good with the Xhosa drama. Me, I don't know if it was the wrong one or that's how Xhosas are women generally.
Nah,
I
bro,
see the
like,
pattern in most
like,
of them.
Bao, I paint them with the same brush because there's one too many, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, Ngoli Kaka.
One thing you cannot take away from them, they are too fine. Xhosa women are too pretty.
They're too pretty.
They take the car.
Xhosas,
One thing for sure.
Yeah, man.
Anyone who has a different opinion, tell me now. Xhosa women. Comment down. Comment.
All
today.
black women are fine, man. And black men don't
I like how
cheat.
you playing it. Shut the fuck up. Why is it not that kind that you just
Black men.
Yeah, on the topic of artists, you said you were part of a record label. Do you still think, based on when you were in a record label and when you were not,
independent?
yeah, when you were independent, do you still think you need a record label?
Looking at today's world, you know, for me, I feel like a record label is not that much of a need. What is needed is the structure of a record label. Or if you can exact or wena wenza izinto ezenziwa i-record label kuwe Because today it's easy.
But a record label can invest 1 million in your brand, in your music videos, um in your
Literally
marketing, in
anything.
your branding,
But-
for
And they can speak business.
everybody in South Africa to hear that one song that you have.
Mm.
Do you know how much money that is
Like
like
they
put
speak
in there?
business, and then we're not going to boardroom meeting or
So when
fela.
there's so much that you can do.
I won't give
But-
you my money.
but
In today's world, you can all you need is like 15 MB or 30 MB. Shoot yourself a video and you drop it. Tomorrow you can be a superstar.
But all you need now is
But you have
basically
to
just a
understand.
team, bro. You just need a team.
But do you
Get a
understand that
publisher, get a
in
distributor,
today's world, like
manager.
you're saying, everybody
Is
has
doing that.
How many podcasts are there? How many artists are there? Do you know I'm hosting an event? Even this Sunday, I'm hosting an event called Undiscovered. I always within a day, I always have 60 artists that want to perform within a day. Now I'm thinking to myself, these are artists that are living in Joburg. You understand? I get hit up by artists from other places, and I'm like, hey, transport, accommodation, my brother, you know? But Joburg alone, within a day, I can get 60 artists in Joburg. You understand? So the difference between, and all those artists have cell phones, all those artists have, you know,
And they all believe they can be the next Tory Lanez.
But how do you go about it now? You see now the difference is how do you go about it? Like what I was saying is that you need the structure as a record label. So within your team, have a team, have someone who's gonna act as your manager, have someone who's gonna be the videographer. You can't be friends with just rappers. All you guys are rappers.
everybody wants to be in the limelight.
Wants to be in the limelight.
You know, I think what's the problem with you, specifically the musician, artist?
Yeah.
You don't like being told what to do. Like your presentation, your image is not working for the business. Or I think I'm
at the same time as the person who's telling, you need to be invested in that culture because the mindset of record label owners is imali. So sometimes they are not intact as to what's happening estradini. What is trending now? Abantu banxiba njani
Okay,
estradini?
I want to ask, what's important, the money or the culture? What feeds you, the culture or the money?
What's important is
No,
Ah,
what feeds you?
Man.
because
Exactly.
you investing in me R1 million and then ungixelela ukuthi I must go and perform layer corner layer. Who's gonna see me in that corner? At the end, I'm the one who's going to have to pay back those costs. So yes, you have the million, but how do you spend that million? Because we need to make more million than for me to remain.
And there's no free money. If somebody invests in you, they expect the return back.
And obviously, I'm not gonna take you to a corner knowing I
Even
just
I invested
spent
a
so
million.
much. Awa.
That's the thing. Most of the time, these guys don't have the knowledge. They just have the money. Just like the record label I was signed at.
But I'm saying as managers also, because you did say you are trying to build a team. You can't do everything alone. But then when you do get those people and they be like, the way you rap is not okay. Why don't you try different genre? Because of whether we like it or not, people, half of the time, people can't even rap. Yeah, when I came out from the gutter. Shut the fuck up. So now, someone will come and say, "Hor, what
No,
you doing
just
is
change
not
this and
working
this."
for you. Just try this. Or like,
You hating.
rap, you're a hater. And then you go and write a shitty song about me, which is gonna get like 5 listeners. And then I get another person when I try to direct them, they listen. I think if you can just take direction and not to think as if like, oh, and the changer. I'm not changing you. I'm kinda,
May I hear you, bro? May I hear you? Like, I feel like yes, you do. Like he said, sometimes now you must be first. You must be invested in this suggestion that you're giving. Like, be invested in this thing that you're talking about. Like, know exactly. Not just because sometimes people just come up with suggestions just because I know a friend who does this, and then now I'm just suggesting. Yeah, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Why
it'd
don't you
be like
switch up that?
cardiac.
Nah, like if you are invested, if
Because
you are
at the
in
end of
that
the day,
space,
you're
then
an
you tell
artist,
me,
bro.
I'm definitely gonna
You
listen. If
can't
you are in this
be
space,
like everyone else. At the end of the day, you're an artist. It's like you see, these are two different painters that painted these two masterpieces here. So if Pinky comes to me and say, this thing, the way you painted it, change it. It's not gonna work. And then not as an artist, I can look at it and say, no, I can take Pinky's criticism, but just develop it within the art that I have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I can't, because now the problem is, I remember when trap came out, everybody was being told you need to trap. You don't even like the music, but you need to do it. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then now when you check, our flows are the same. What we're talking about is the same. You know, the way we rap, the way we dress, that it takes away the art of being an artist, because now you become, and the thing of following a trend is something that's very difficult. This is why piano has crushed hip hop, because hip hop, everybody wants to sound like everybody else, because nobody is trying to, like, I see I hate name dropping, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Who?
Usimaimani, Blakey, Nasty C. Do you understand? Sometimes it's very difficult when I listen to a song to
Because
figure
the
out
SDC and then
who's rapping or who's singing.
But it's a Zulu sound. It's a Durban sound.
But still, even though it's a Zulu sound, can't I find you in it? Because I might be Tswana, she might be
batho
Tswana.
ba Pitori.
Influence.
Sala o tla le batho ba Pitori. La ka offer ke
Plata.
sure. I'm like, okay.
But can't I find you in it?
Sometimes it's influence and it's speaking directly to their target market, because Bona they are rapping Spitori because that's indawo bakhulele kuyo. I can't rap like I'm from Devon, like Nestle.
Yeah, we're not disputing that, but then as a Praetorian rapper, find your own voice.
Your own.
Yeah,
no
that's what we're
bothata
saying.
everyone's
Yes,
house, they say,
the
like,
music that you consume is going to
everyone.
be part of you. But as an artist, there are some people that can literally look at a painting and say, "I know who exactly painted that." But with us in
Branding.
music,
Now
yeah,
that's
it goes into branding
Now that's
as
branding.
well. But it's not really branding,
It's
because
not branding entirely.
it's the art, because branding is the signature.
Mm.
Né? But art
The
is
technique.
you can literally see this, like the way this person, like MDB Madlera Doughboy, I can literally hear this is Madlera spitting in a song. And like he doesn't sound like Kulichana, he doesn't
Like
sound like
double HP.
he doesn't sound like
Pulichan. They all sounded different. And not but they never sounded the same.
I can put someone like who's gonna sound like Matlera, but
Yes.
Zimbabwe. Yeah,
I know, yeah,
So-
back Zimbabwe.
yeah, like sounds exactly. Check Holy 10. There's a guy called Holy 10. But hence why now I was saying it speaks to branding. An artist alone, you can't sell an artist alone the music, because the music ufana kakhulu umculo. When you can think uri this song waiting in namhlanje is the greatest song, and ukhona omnye umuntu who thought about the same concept, but an artist, nguwe artist, the way you dress, the way you speak, your social media and which is what sells now the music, because Nasty C and Blakey can sound the same, but how Blakey is presented or pushed, it's what's gonna set him apart.
But then now it goes back to the upcoming artist. Again, now Blakey and Nasty C, they have teams and money behind their brands, right? Now the upcoming artist, we only afford what we can afford, right? I see you, ne? And then I see you. You guys dress the same way, you look the same way, your music sounds the same. And then not as a normal consumer, I want to consume your music, but now when I go into the internet, it's link. You understand? What sets you apart as an artist, especially now that you're upcoming and you do not have R1,000,000 to differentiate you like Blakey
Or
has.
independent.
Independent. Do you understand? So I think that's one thing that artists are trying, like
So I think, when you look at it that way, man, the importance of record labels, to some extent in this day and age, there is a need. But for me personally, honestly, what you need is the structure.
Can
of
still
the
make it
record label.
without.
I think the importance of record labels is within the distribution or the marketing.
Yeah.
Is it publishing? Is the
You
PR?
can do that independently. All you need to do is find a distributor, find a publisher. That's why I say it's find a team. Like you find these people who are in these spaces that these record label services come up. Yeah. Find these people who are gonna get you sync deals. Find these people who are gonna distribute your music, plug your music on radio. Sometimes you have to pay for it, but there's the price we pay. You have to invest in your craft.
You have to invest in your craft.
So now, if you have to get a job, get some money, get that paper, go pay you gotta pay, and then you get those record label services.
We don't invest in ourselves. I think that's the main problem with upcoming artists.
Yeah, things just
We
cause
really
dope.
don't.
That's
Yeah,
it.
we
Not about
just
being dope.
check.
I'll invest,
Yeah,
I'll
we
etse
don't.
di-rehearsal ka go booker. You don't even know your own lyrics.
So I think that's the problem. We just need to invest in ourselves and take the craft more serious.
Mm.
You know?
All right.
Yeah.
Let's move on, bro. I heard that your father, né?
Yeah.
So there's a topic that we brought
Of
up
how
a
many
couple
kids?
two kids.
Different state.
Thinking.
There's a topic that we want.
Real Bama.
Anyway,
Real
Bama.
Bama.
But baby daddies should be forced to marry their baby mamas. How would you?
What? Never go to jail.
oh yeah, jail.
I'm going to jail, bro. Nah, man. Shout out to my baby mamas, man. They good people. But
Sounds like Lil Wayne, man.
they're good people, man. I mean, they gave me two beautiful kids, man. My firstborn, who's the boy, Otalive, and Ubomigaz, the girl. But honestly, if I had to marry my baby mother, my baby mama, maybe I'd rather go to fine, fine, you know. But honestly, for my side, yeah, the great Joe, the great Joe. Right now, I just wanna focusing on the money, you know.
So if you had R1 million, if you stole R1 million, where would you hide it?
I'm not hiding.
I'm
I'm
spending.
spending. I hide it. Next thing I get caught.
Hiding in plain
I
sight.
spend it. Rather catch me in
Yeah,
Dubai
do you
or
remember
something.
that girl? That
Bring
girl
it
that
back.
had
It's fine.
that girl that had Nasfaz 3 million into a bank account. Chum.
Yeah. Imagine if she had to hide it. Now she wouldn't have enjoyed life. I mean, I'll chow that mealy, bro. Chow that mealy. Catch me after that. You'll see after that what's going on.
There's these boys who stole. I don't know if it was crypto or what.
Yeah, I know the story.
Yeah, young kid, but they stole, I think, billions or what. That boy would get to
Bitcoins.
buy Bitcoin.
But that's how they trace you, bro. Like
That's the problem.
I
But-
think
But if
it's
it's
better
stolen, you're gonna
to.
get caught either way.
Either way, ne?
But you need to be a mule about it, man. You need to act.
Be smart. Man,
Yeah, like invest in intangible things that have longevity instead of cause gape rona if it was tšhelete tsena re batla go tlhola bo mfana ka ba utlwe mfana ka like give me your expensive bottle. You know what I mean?
Of course, you'll invest. Of course, definitely the important parts, but also you must save a portion. Because this one,
And I think
blowing.
that's the thing that is disappointing. Like you blow the track, just
Go you to
for the
shelter rough
moiety.
road accident fund shelter rough.
what I'm saying.
Style is not on.
It's different. It's a different case if you worked for the mealy and if the mealy just came to you.
Mm.
It's a different case. For the mealy that I worked with, I'm not. What I worked for, I'm not blowing it.
So if you got money from a road accident fund right now,
I divide it. Let's say maybe so much of the mealies go to the brand and the music, and then so much of the mealies I enjoy life.
Because I mean, there's much more to do, man. You know, as we are here in Joburg, the plan is not upele la Joburg. The words to take it back home. So
But if fang it takes.
there's art center. There's art centers, you know, that need to be created. Because the kids, abantwana bayaphela man emakhaya. Drugs are hey, ziyababulala abantwana. Go back home, you find abantu awukhule nabo. Awuhlangana nabo.
hey bro, I have a lot of those, man. I've got a lot of those as well. My cousin as well. Ooh, that guy.
But I think after making the art center, make it accessible. Because I think also the bad thing in Soweto, we have a lot of art centers, but they're not accessible. Because we still have a high rate of drug consumers.
But that's
girls
the
who just-
thing about, especially this crystal meth drug. The kids or whoever, the people that are smoking that thing, they can't think beyond that thing. So you build an art center, you make it accessible. The first thing they look at is like, computer. Like
That's facts.
that's facts. Like I grew up, my cousin, we grew up like this, bro. So now I had to go to boarding school and he, like when we separated for high school. When I come back, this guy changed, man. He used to be a fat, chubby guy, very smart. I'll go to him for homeworks and whatnot. Now he's skinny, like, hey, what's up with you? So now I always remember my childhood memories with him. If I'm not at his house, he's at my house. That type of situation. So now, Biki, he starts stealing things around the house. My camera disappears, and he would come to me, hey, Joe, cuz I lost my kid. Like, I'm friend. This is my friend, man. I grew up with this guy. He'll be like, my cuz, I know we're responsible. You know how I found out that this nigga stole my camera, bro? He stole my phone, and then the girl across the street saw that, no, your cousin was here in the house. So I go to his house and I take his phone. Like, if you want your phone, you give me back my phone. You already sold my phone. I go through the messages. This nigga selling my camera. You understand? So now it's a matter of, he's still a good guy, but he can't be beyond. Like when he sees this mic, he sees 50 rand just lying around. Like if I could just get my fix.
And that's all he's gonna sell it for.
50 rand. My camera was sold for 50 rand. Like I cried.
Yeah. And it's sad, man. It's really sad.
So I think before the art center thing, rehabilitation is very important in the hood.
Yeah.
But
But not everyone wants to
But
be
do they want to be
rehabilitated.
yeah,
rehabilitated?
that's the thing.
Because
That's the thing.
Because
We're dealing with that. bro.
every day. Mara, when I was like him says that, because you just have to
And then
have that mindset. Or accept anything.
and these people break out, but shy prison break, like my rehab.
Yeah, because I still believe in the olden way about awulahlekile sometimes when usenongasiboni. But if siyakubona thina uba ulahlekile, sokufaka endlini ngenkani.
What do you do?
Oh, by force. Fire by force. So far below rehabilitation center.
Nah, but it's not gonna work if you're not in it. Because I know a lot of people that went to rehab and came back. But then if yeah, or relapse. If you're only there to serve your time and come back, you're going back, my dog. But if you're serious about
and try and fix that.
yeah, so our hearts are very broken, and maybe we need to find out what the source is as to why. Cause bro, like you'd see people that were intelligent, you know. No one else because he was too smart in school. Now he's just smoking those things. Now what's a man says, like. So it like the drug problem is a very serious problem.
But
You know?
before fixing the society, you need to fix your home first. You can't fix
That's
a
true.
broader things.
But you also need to understand that fixing your home alone when the society is broken, you're still bringing your child into a society that's broken.
But the thing is, your thing, reflex or kidding. The negativity spreads out quickly. Then positivity, I think, can also do the same.
Positivity never spreads out.
Slow.
It does.
Yeah, the nice thing.
It's well because people are impatient. Because people have this thing, like for example, today. Expect that the miracles that's outside.
Yes,
No, it doesn't happen like
I'm
that.
gonna give you an example. There's this, like, I like to post positive messages on my Facebook.
You know you don't. Oh, Facebook.
Né? I post positive messages to encourage people. I don't get a lot of likes for that. There's this one time I said, by the age of 25, you shouldn't be living in the same roof as your parents. Then in my head it was a positive vibe. You know how many comments I got for that? 300 and something comments.
Also,
14.k.
That's the thing.
Do you understand?
What I'm
It's a
saying.
negative thing. People like to dwell. When something is negative, everybody flocks to it.
But also the algorithm picked that up. Half of the things that are always making it out there on social media, kill the negative. Anything positive, they kill it. Anything positive, like, not because of you try to consume a bad thing, just that a good thing doesn't even get time to approach and be like, hey, here I am. I'm trying to send out good things. Mara lo tse fast. Like they make
Mara,
sure that they
Same
easily
thing that
get to
happens in
you.
the hood.
It's the same shit that happens in the hood. If Pinky will create a boyfriend decent, sharp, nobody's gonna talk about that. If Pinky are Robert look cool.
all gonna know.
Born.
You know, so
You all gonna know.
You're all gonna
you're always
know.
talking about my AI.
So negativity generally just spreads faster. It's just how it is.
How it is. But I just feel, you shouldn't stop
Being
doing the
positive,
good
yeah.
thing
Eh,
because
because of that
born
mindset.
at our born. Just keep doing the right thing, man. Feeding positivity unto others.
Because you're literally gonna meet that one person who's
That
gonna
one
see it
person, exactly.
and who literally needs it at the time.
Yeah.
I really want to be like that guy. I want to be with toxic baby mamas and support, like you said. You know,
He's choosing his words.
Yeah.
He's choosing his words very carefully.
Very.
They might be watching and they Xhosa Women.
All of them.
Baby mamas. I love them, my baby mamas. They're not toxic. It's just that I wouldn't marry them.
Type shit.
Okay, let's close it off. If social media, speaking about social media, if social media were to close every day at 6 a.m., 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., social media, how do you think the society would be?
Bro,
80 iloba.
bro.
Hey, I feel like it's
Okay, they keep up busy.
Yeah?
Okay, go on, keep up busy.
Hey, because of phone, you can't, and then what's about the phone? So I'll only like, Babo.
It's like cutting a kumbani. The only thing that comes is fish in your regular.
Yeah.
Go to my person. Oh, So there's a lot of
But
But
but if I follow around, I'm busy with
Body
it.
situation.
I still feel. Oh, I just that I. Anyways, I'm saying I feel like it can kind of be good to some extent because coming back to this topic we were talking about of fixing from home, what? Because in most cases, like, look, I haven't lived home in a while, but I know in most homes,
Everyone
during
is on
family
their
time,
phone.
everyone's on their phones.
People don't engage.
Yeah, they don't engage as much. Like as me when I grew up back then when phones were not a thing. Like we would sit together, watch TV together, eat together, talk. So I think that kind of
Actually, now in my household it was a
that
rule. We don't watch, like when I was growing up. We don't watch TV. We don't eat watching TV. We'd sit by the dinner table and actually, yeah.
Yeah, so it give us
But this
time
is
to
growing
connect
up.
with each other. Even nathi as ama-cheaters, sohlala uhlezi sicabanga, sikhulume sense manje. Because instead, it comes two ways, dog. It comes two ways.
music now, because now remember people come back from work about 7. That's the most time when you get the high engagement. That's when you post your reels and what. You go live and what. So it means now we're not during the day.
I think retry to social media. This is why this is such a gruesome topic because we're used to this lifestyle, yeah, social media, yeah.
Through the social media nowadays. So if they are switching it off, it means
Broke within.
Imagine the kids you're gonna cook because now you fully focused. There's no baby mama number.
Yeah,
Or the other hand, video calling you. Now you just focus on cooking till 6
yeah.
a.m. But anyways, yeah, it's got the ups and downs. Either.
But everything has the good and the bad. It's
No,
it's life.
I think human beings were creatures of habit. So we are in the habit of always accessing social media. And I think if it was taken away from for a year, we'd live without it.
But the problem
I
is
think
that
would be around. Yeah, would be able to live without it. Okay. I think we should wrap it up.
the child in it, bye. Thank you for tuning in. This is Yes Said It, the Unfiltered Podcast. Conversation I asked there, but you can, tell them awards on the comment section.
Peace.
True.
Before we close it up, man, make sure to go and check out Abavakashi by Indiana RSA. It's out on all digital platforms. Check out Eplatine Studios. everywhere. Inkomo endlini bafana.
Sure.
Thank
The
you.
count the house.
The count the house. Okay, that is like that's like a literal translation.